Morning from beautiful Melbourne in Australia. I'm back with another one of these short videos just before I head into work this morning. I did cover Deal or No Deal Island on the channel for the first time last night, and I'm still struggling with a bit of jet lag, so if I sounded tired or forgot names or things like that, I do apologize in advance. But I do want to get more content and more snippet, bite-sized content out on the channel this year. It's a bit of a goal for me, and let's see how long I can keep it up with my work schedule as well. So I had a lot of thinking about Dr. Will coming back to play Deal or No Deal Island this season, and you know, the one thing that stands out to me is that I've been a fan, like I said, of Dr. Will for a very long time. I remember Big Brother Season 2 that he won under extreme circumstances where he was outnumbered early in the game. He had an alliance, the Chilltown Alliance, that got decimated early in the game, and then he had to fight his way from the back, being the least popular person in that cast, to go all the way to the end. And there is no one that knows how to handle a threat level like Dr. Will does. The reason I think he's the best to ever play is because he was just in such a strange, or he was just in, not a strange, that's not the right word, he was just under immense pressure early on in that season because he lost all of his allies, and he found a way to make people believe that if he got to the end, no one would vote for him to win. And he's a unique player. For those who've not seen Dr. Will play before, you're in for a treat this season. He is going to be entertaining. If he's on there for one episode, if he's on there for two episodes, I promise you're going to understand why they brought him into this season and why he got his own entrance coming into the game. The thing to me that's interesting about Dr. Will is that he said for a long time he wouldn't play reality TV again because he's got his own practice. I think he's in plastic surgery or something like that. He's a cosmetic doctor. And he said that it would take something extreme for him to come back and play the game because he understands the level of threat that he's got around him if he was to ever to come back and play Big Brother, for instance. He came back in All Stars after he won the first season and probably was the first person ever to paint the blueprint on how to deal with a massive threat level, because when he came back that season on All Stars, I think it was season 7 for Big Brother, it's going back many years now, we're talking about 20 years ago, he was the only winner to return back into the game. So all of these other people wanted to win the game for the first time. He was coming in to try and win it for the second time. So he had an immense target on his back and managed to get to the end of the game. Only got found out towards the end of the game that he was playing all angles with two girls in the game. And his friend ended up, Mike Boogie, who's no longer a friend of his, that's another story, another controversial one, ended up winning that season of Big Brother. So he won one for himself, came back on a second season, and then his friend, who's also a Chilltown member, won the second season. So he's almost 2 from 2, and really it was Will's season that season. What makes me really, really interested in this season is seeing how he's going to come back and play this season. And he only knows how to be a big threat. He only knows how to be a big target in any game that he plays. So I don't think he's going to change that now. It's been a very long time since he's been on TV. So coming into this season, you can already tell from the next on Deal or No Deal Island that, you know, Parvati's saying he's an acquired taste. He's calling David out very quickly, saying that, what show have you won? Obviously, that's not going to be good for David because he's trying to play it up that he's never played any kind of reality TV show before. So it's going to be interesting to see how David deals with someone of Will's caliber. But it's a bit of an unfair contest because, you know, David has the potential to come into this season if Parvati keeps his secret to be undercover right until the end of the game, where people will think this is his first time playing a reality TV show. I think he told them he was a YouTuber or something when they asked what he did. But yeah, Dr. Will, very successful, has made probably more money than anybody else on this cast as a successful doctor, having his own practice in cosmetics and plastic surgery and things like that. He's been on different TV shows for his profession, and yeah, like I said, he's taking a big risk coming back, putting his legacy on the line, but I'm glad he is back on reality TV. And I don't know if this is going to be the perfect show for him because there is so much randomness to it. I guess they can't just outright vote him out Oh, they can. The worst thing that can happen to Dr. Will is someone else wins the banker and then chooses for Dr. Will to leave the game. So he either has to win challenges to be safe, which the one thing I will say he's not great at is winning challenges. He never really did well when it came to that in Big Brother. He never won a single HOH, never won a single veto from memory. So he's going to have to try a lot harder. Back then, it was actually a part of his strategy not to win, because he said that if he was to win challenges and things like that, it would probably put a target on his back. And it worked really well in his first 2 seasons of reality TV. He's definitely going to have to win. He's going to have to get some high dollar cases, or he's going to have to play risky and go for steals and things like that. And then it's interesting this season, it looks like they're going to be in teams or something like that, where maybe only like the bottom team will be in danger, which definitely gives a little bit more protection to more people, because I don't remember that being a thing last season, and it's about a year ago that the last season came out and I watched it, so I'm by no means a know-it-all when it comes to Deal or No Deal Island, so please correct me if I'm wrong, but from memory, anybody was up for grabs that season if they didn't have the highest case. If there's one person who I think will be entertaining, if there's one person who I think will add to the evolution of strategy on Deal or No Deal Island, it's Will. So I want to see how it plays out this season with him coming in. I want to see how he goes up against Parvati and the likes of Dave. I think the season that Parvati played Traders, Dr. Will was like a special guest for one episode as well. So she kind of knows who he is. She knows the eccentricness of Dr. Will as a character. So I was just thinking about how he told the young kid, who you nominating? None your damn business, because I don't trust you. That is him. That is Dr. Will, and it's great to see he still has that. Dr. Will is going to be a fun character to watch this season, and I just wanted to get some thoughts out there, some raw thoughts on him returning, putting his legacy on the line. If you're a Dr. Will fan, do you think that he's going to do well this season? Are you as concerned as I am that people are just going to gun for him off the rip, especially if he's going after the likes of David? He's going to probably piss off Parvati, and he's going to have 2 really good players against them, which I think the Legends just need to work together in this game, to be honest. All of the new kids are going to try and become legends themselves, and they're going to try and stamp their own authority on this game. I don't think it's going to be like last season where Rob just ran circles around everybody until the end of the game. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see what Dr. Will does. I'm excited. This has been about 20 years waiting for him to come back and play in a reality TV show. I hope that if he doesn't do well in this season, that it's not the end of Dr. Will, and that we do get to see him play Traitors next. I know he's already been on there as a special guest. I wonder what the thing is that got Dr. Will to actually come out of retirement and play this season. That to me is interesting. Like, is the time that they're out there less, that it just happened to work in a way where he had leave coming up? Because obviously his profession, running his business, has always been a priority for him. So I'd be really interested to know sort of what made him come back and play the show. But him coming back from retirement, knowing that he's got a legacy, knowing that he's talked a big game for many seasons, sitting on the sidelines while other people have tried to play Big Brother, I think he's going to have to swing for the fences. And, I can't wait to see him play the banker. I can't wait to see how that's going to play out. I can't wait to see what action he brings to this season. But I wanted to get my thoughts out there about Dr. Will. If you like this shorter bit of content that I'm putting on the channel right now, where I just maybe talk about smaller topics at a time, let me know. Maybe I'll do it for more shows in the future as well. But for now, I had better head to work. It's early in the morning here. I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.